Have you ever gone to bed with your body tired but your mind spinning like a carousel out of control? It's as if, at the moment when everything should be quiet, an invisible gathering of worries, to-do lists, embarrassing memories from 2007, and even existential questions appears. If this sounds familiar, take a deep breath. You're not alone. Mental chaos before bed is more common than you think, but there is a way back to inner silence. The truth is that sleep doesn't begin when we close our eyes. It begins before that, in the small choices we make throughout the night, in the quality of our environment, in the words we repeat mentally, and most importantly, in the way we deal with our subconscious blocks. Meditation, conscious breathing, inner healing, all of this is not distant mystical talk. It is a practical, powerful, and transformative tool. Imagine preparing your mind for sleep as if you were creating a sacred ritual. A space where your intention is clear, your vital energy is restored, and your mental noises are silenced. You don't have to become a monk or live in a secluded mountain. All you need is a willingness to try a new approach and reap real results like that restorative sleep you may not even remember. Throughout this content, you will discover how simple practices such as guided visualization, creating a sacred environment, and even small nighttime rituals can open doors to deep relaxation and more authentic personal growth. Let's dive into this journey together. And who knows? You might end up sleeping more deeply than ever before, but first, of course, unlock what's behind your restless mind. Are you ready to discover how to reconnect with your inner self, release the weight that no longer belongs to you, and sleep in peace as you deserve? Then come with me. You know that moment when you turn off the lights and, instead of peace, a flood of thoughts comes? It's as if your brain is screaming now that everything is calm. Let's get on with sorting out our whole life. This happens because during the day we drown out emotions and worries with distractions. But at night, without external stimuli, these thoughts accumulate like clouds before a storm. Meditation acts as a mental lightning rod, bringing order to chaos. This whirlwind isn't just a thought, it's the subconscious trying to speak. Unresolved issues, subtle fears, and even old beliefs start to bubble up. And the more we try to ignore them, the more they insist. By acknowledging this with kindness, not judgment, we're already taking the first step toward inner healing. The secret? Creating space to listen and embrace, not fight. A simple technique that helps a lot is conscious breathing. Try lying down and focusing only on breathing in for a count of 4, holding for 4, and breathing out for 6. It may seem silly, but this small gesture calms the nervous system and signals to the body that everything is okay. This practice, done with intention, begins to dissolve subconscious blocks without even needing to understand each one of them. It's also important to understand that we're not alone in this. Almost everyone experiences this anxiety, but few learn to deal with it constructively. Replacing the thought "I can't sleep" with "I'm learning to listen to myself" changes everything. Instead of fighting our minds, we start dancing with them, and this dance can be surprisingly healing. And if you still feel like you have no control over this mental chaos, that's okay. That's part of the process too. As with any journey of personal growth, progress comes with practice, not perfection. Now that we've identified this first layer of emotional insomnia, we can begin to transform it. And the next step is to understand how to combine breathing, visualization, and mental reprogramming to truly create profound change. Breathing seems simple, right? But when we learn to breathe consciously, we discover a powerful key to calming the body and reorganizing our thoughts. Techniques like 478 breathing or box breathing help to deactivate the fight or flight mode, bringing the brain back to the present. This type of conscious breathing is like pressing a secret button that activates deep relaxation. And when we combine it with clear intentions, the effect is amplified. Now imagine using this calm state to visualize something that heals you from within. Doesn't have to be anything complex. It could be a soft light filling your body, a forest where you feel safe, or even a bubble protecting you from negative energy. Visualization guides your subconscious to access memories and emotions, and opens up space for inner healing to happen. Even if you don't see anything clearly, your intention already begins to shape your life energy. This is where mental reprogramming comes in. When we are relaxed, the subconscious becomes more receptive. This is when healing phrases such as "I am enough," "I am at peace now," or "I release what no longer serves me" can be repeated like mantras. This simple practice, done consistently, dissolves subconscious blocks that hinder sleep and well-being. Little by little, the mind learns to feel safe when it switches off. All of this together, breathing, visualization, intention, is like a subtle dance between body and mind. You're not just calming yourself, you're literally training your nervous system to trust the present moment. This combination also reinforces your personal growth, as it creates a more stable emotional foundation. And it's this foundation that will support the next steps, such as creating an environment that further fosters this silent healing. Before diving into meditation, it is essential to prepare the environment. A sacred space is one where the body and mind feel protected and welcomed. It could be a corner of the room with soft yellow lights, incense with calming aromas, or even a small plant that brings in the energy of nature. These details, although simple, send a powerful signal to the subconscious it is safe to relax here. This care for the environment works as a silent ritual that opens doors to deep relaxation. The symbolism present in the space, be it a candle, a crystal, or a special fabric, helps to create an atmosphere that favors mental reprogramming. The brain associates these elements with moments of calm, reinforcing the intention of inner healing. And when the environment is aligned, even vital energy seems to flow better. There's nothing stopping you from using nature sounds as background music. The sound of rain, the sea, or birds help bring your mind back to the present moment. This is because sound connects with something ancient within us, reinforcing the feeling of belonging and peace. If you want, you can combine it with a cup of hot tea, creating small rituals that help anchor your nighttime practice. All of this helps to slow down and prepare the ground for a restorative sleep. Remember, sacred space doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be personal. It's where you can leave the worries of the day aside and find a mental refuge. By taking care of this space, you are, in practice, taking care of your personal growth and creating a bridge between your body and mind for deep relaxation. Ready to learn how small rituals can enhance this experience? Sometimes what makes all the difference are small gestures that seem simple but carry powerful symbolism. Drinking chamomile or fennel tea before meditation, for example, is more than just a taste, it's an invitation to deep relaxation. These rituals activate the sense of self-care, sending a clear message to the brain: now is the time to slow down and take care of your mind and body. Lighting a candle or incense is another ritual that many people underestimate. The soft light and delicate aroma create a welcoming environment that helps to dissolve tensions and subconscious blockages. In addition, the ritual itself generates a sense of presence and intention, reinforcing vital energy and preparing the ground for meditation. Not to mention that the gesture itself brings an almost therapeutic comfort. Wrapping yourself in a warm blanket can also become an emotional ritual. This feeling of physical comfort helps to slow down your breathing and calm your nervous system. It's like a friendly hug that comforts a tired soul. These little details make the practice not only more effective, but also enjoyable, encouraging the habit of taking care of yourself every night. At their core, these rituals are a way to create an internal and external environment that aligns with what you desire: healing, peace, and rest. They help program your mind to release what no longer serves you, making room for restorative sleep. Now that you know how to prepare your space in your body, the next step is to set a clear intention before you meditate, and that changes everything. Before you begin, it's crucial to know where you want to take your mind. Setting a clear intention, whether it's to release fear, fatigue, or doubt, acts like an internal GPS, guiding your subconscious mind through your meditation. This clarity keeps your mind from wandering and gives your practice a concrete purpose, increasing its effectiveness and impact on inner healing. This intention doesn't have to be grand or complex. It can be as simple as: I want to feel lighter, or I release the worries that are holding me back today. Writing it down on paper or repeating it out loud reinforces the message to your subconscious, helping you reprogram your limiting beliefs. The simple act of putting it down on paper is a powerful form of visualization. It is important to remember that your intention should be positive and focused on what you want to cultivate, not on what you want to avoid. For example, instead of saying "I don't want anxiety anymore," try saying "I want peace and relaxation." This aligns your vital energy with what brings you well-being, and your subconscious mind responds better to positive commands, facilitating transformation and personal growth. With your intentions clearly defined, your environment prepared, and your conscious breathing ready, your mind is ready for a profound journey. You begin to enter the rhythm of deep relaxation, making room for meditation and visualization to unlock inner layers. And to further expand this movement, an incredible tool that helps a lot is journaling, which we will explore in a moment. Writing can be a powerful ritual for releasing what weighs on your mind. Journaling, or a release diary, works as an honest dialogue with yourself. Writing down phrases like "I release the fear of not being enough" makes the process more concrete and brings clarity to what needs to be worked on. It is a way of materializing intentions and making room for inner healing. It doesn't have to be an elaborate text. The important thing is sincerity and commitment to what you feel. This practice helps identify subconscious blocks and gives voice to emotions that are often repressed. Conscious writing is an invitation to embrace yourself with kindness and patience, cultivating personal growth in small but significant steps. Another advantage of journaling is that it serves to reinforce mental programming. By writing down your intentions and then rereading them, you reinforce to your subconscious the changes you want to make. It's like planting seeds that little by little germinate within you, aligning your body, mind, and vital energy for a restorative sleep. Finally, this tool can be integrated into your nighttime rituals. By creating the habit of writing before meditation, you set the stage for visualizations and conscious breathing to work even better. This way, the healing and relaxation process gains depth and consistency. Now that we have this powerful tool, let's see how conscious breathing fits into this cycle of transformation. Mindful breathing is one of the most accessible and transformative tools we have at our disposal. By focusing on your breath, especially techniques like the 478, you calm your mind and slow your heart rate, inviting your body to relax. Each conscious inhale and exhale reconnects you with your subconscious, creating an internal space where racing thoughts can fade away. Furthermore, this practice helps to dissolve subconscious blocks that make it difficult to sleep. When breathing becomes the center of attention, accumulated tensions begin to dissolve, like a knot that gradually loosens. Breathing with intention also activates vital energy, giving a boost to personal growth and a sense of deep well-being. It is important to remember that conscious breathing does not need to be long or complicated to be effective. It only takes a few minutes, preferably before bed, to feel the benefits of deep relaxation. This technique can be combined with simple visualizations, enhancing the effect and preparing your body for a restorative sleep. Finally, conscious breathing is a direct bridge to the subconscious, where blockages and solutions reside. By paying attention to this natural process, you become the protagonist of your inner healing. And if you're already curious about how to use visualization to enhance all of this, let's move on to the next step. Visualizing is like painting a picture of healing and renewal with your mind. Even if you can't create clear images, the simple act of imagining spheres of light or waves flowing through your body can start to activate your vital energy. These mental images act as symbols that speak directly to your subconscious, facilitating the release of blockages and internal strengthening. A good tip is to think of images that bring you a feeling of lightness and strength. It could be the flight of an eagle, the brightness of the sun on the leaves, or the calm of a peaceful lake. Each symbol has its own meaning and resonates with different aspects of personal growth, such as courage, peace, and acceptance. You choose what touches your heart and let it flow. This practice, when combined with conscious breathing, enhances deep relaxation and inner healing. Imagine, for example, that with each breath, a golden light enters you, clearing old emotions and bringing calm. As you exhale, you release what no longer serves you, making room for the new. This visualization creates a cycle of vibrant renewal within you. And even if your mind doesn't produce clear images, don't worry. What's important is the intention and the sensation that the exercise provokes. It's a more subtle but equally powerful language that allows you to access deep areas of the subconscious. And speaking of symbolism and nature, the next step will take you on a journey even more connected to these elements. Imagining natural landscapes is an ancient and powerful way to connect mind and heart. Visualizing forests, rivers, and animals awakens feelings of renewal and strength in the subconscious, as if we were in tune with the organic cycles of life. This connection brings calm and opens doors to release subconscious blockages that often hinder our sleep and well-being. Each element of nature carries a deep symbolism. The tree represents rooting and growth. The river symbolizes flow and transformation, and animals embody characteristics that we can embody, such as courage or patience. By creating these internal images, you are cultivating a visual language that helps with mental reprogramming and inner healing, expanding vital energy. This symbolic journey can be done in a simple way, for example, by imagining yourself walking along a trail until you find a clearing where the sun touches the earth. This scenario is a sacred environment created by your mind, where you can rest and integrate your experiences. It is a mental refuge that promotes deep relaxation and prepares the body for restorative sleep. Furthermore, these images of nature reinforce the idea that our personal growth is a natural process, with its own phases and rhythms. By allowing yourself to experience this symbolic connection, you open yourself up to a more loving acceptance of yourself. And to elevate this perspective even further, the next step takes us to fly alongside a powerful symbol, the eagle. Taking to the skies on the symbolic flight of an eagle is an invitation to look at life from a broader perspective. This powerful image helps you release the weight of your emotions, as if you were leaving behind the worries and pains that prevent you from moving forward with ease. The eagle represents clarity and vision, teaching us that resilience is born when we see beyond the immediate. When you imagine yourself flying over mountains, valleys, and rivers, you gain a new perspective on personal challenges. This symbolism is a tool for mental reprogramming, paving the way for insights that strengthen your personal growth. Visualizing this journey raises vital energy and reinforces the intention of inner healing, preparing your spirit for the next stage. This exercise can be accompanied by conscious breathing, where each heartbeat is felt with greater presence and connection. The eagle's flight becomes a mental ritual that enhances deep relaxation and a sense of security. In this way, the subconscious feels welcomed and ready to release what is no longer useful, making room for the new. Furthermore, this symbolic visualization reinforces the sacred environment you have already created, connecting body, mind, and soul. It promotes an inner alignment that favors restorative sleep and emotional balance. And to close this healing cycle, the next step is a powerful energetic cleansing with the image of the waterfall. Imagine a magical waterfall, where water cascades down, colored by a vibrant rainbow, washing every corner of your body and mind. This image is not only beautiful, it is a powerful tool for cleansing accumulated vital energy, removing tiredness, emotional pain, and subconscious blockages that hinder your rest. Each drop carries a vibration of renewal. When you see this waterfall, feel how the water refreshes your being, washing away the weight of the day. This practice helps to dissolve tension and pave the way for mental reprogramming, facilitating access to deep relaxation. The symbolism of water is linked to purification and the natural flow of life, bringing a sense of peace and inner lightness. You can imagine this colored water touching specific areas, such as your heart to heal emotional wounds, or your head to calm racing thoughts. The effect is almost like an energetic, invigorating, and restorative bath that recharges your soul for a restful sleep. It is a simple and profound way to activate the inner healing process. Incorporating this visualization into your meditation makes the ritual even more powerful, strengthening your intention and connecting you with nature in a symbolic way. This energetic cleansing makes room for the next step, which is to explore your inner cave, a place full of meaning for self-knowledge and personal transformation. Visualizing an inner cave is like entering the deepest space of the soul, a place where you store stories, memories, pains, and learnings. By walking in this symbolic environment, surrounded by roots and stones, you come into direct contact with the aspects of your subconscious that require attention. This is where the true potential for inner healing and transformation resides. You can imagine that by touching each root in the cave, you are getting in touch with moments from your life. Some roots are fragile, others are thick and resistant, representing old patterns and unresolved emotions. By visualizing light coming from your hands to nourish these roots, you activate the vital energy and begin to mentally reprogram what was previously causing stagnation. This cave is also a symbol of Saphitia's sacred space where you can embrace your emotions without judgment. The simple act of allowing yourself to be in this inner space is already a huge step in personal growth. And even if uncomfortable images or feelings arise, this is part of the healing process, acknowledging before transforming. As this symbolic journey unfolds, you will feel the weight lifting and your mind opening to deep relaxation. Exploring this cave is like finding hidden treasures, insights, inner strength, and compassion for yourself. And now that you have connected with this symbolic foundation, it is time to plant your intention seeds for a new cycle. After exploring the depths of your inner cave, it's time to sow the seeds of new life. Planting seeds of intention is a powerful metaphor. You clearly choose what you want to cultivate in your life: health, joy, peace, self-esteem. This practice helps to strengthen mental reprogramming, directing your vital energy towards what really matters. Visualize yourself placing these seeds in fertile soil, perhaps in the same sacred space you created in your mind. Each seed represents a conscious choice. I want to trust myself more. I want to be free from guilt. I choose to live more lightly. As you do this, you begin to activate your inner healing power, guided by intention and purpose. Mentally track the growth of these seeds. Watch the first sprouts, the leaves unfolding. This symbolizes that personal growth takes time, but it is ongoing. It is like reminding your subconscious that profound change is possible, even if it happens slowly. This visualization process also fosters deep relaxation and preparation for restorative sleep. Including this ritual in your nighttime cycle creates a field of continuous transformation. Over time, you will begin to notice the practical effects of this intention: more clarity, more presence, more lightness in your routine. And now that the seeds have been planted, let's close this journey by integrating all the experiences we have had so far. After all the journeying, breathing, visualizations, symbology, and intentions, it's time to simply allow everything to settle. As if the pieces of the inner puzzle have found their place, you enter a state of gentle integration. This is where the mind and body acknowledge the work done without effort, just presence. This moment is like the sunset after a long day, serene, beautiful and necessary. By resting in this state, you activate restorative sleep, allowing healing to continue throughout the night. There is no need to think or visualize anymore. Just be there, feeling the weight of your body, the lightness of your soul, and the silence that cradles everything. It might be a good idea to put on some soft music, a relaxing scent, or just listen to the sound of your own breathing. This is your sanctuary, your sacred space. What you planted is now beginning to blossom in silence. And if you thought that sleep was just the end of the day, now you know it can also be the beginning of a new version of you. The time has come to be silent and just feel. After so many symbols, intentions, and breaths, your body just needs to be. In this state of integration, everything that has been experienced begins to organize itself within you, naturally. There is no effort, just presence and trust. It is like letting the earth rest after planting. Imagine a soft light surrounding you, a blanket of peace. This is a signal to your subconscious that you are safe. Inner healing has already begun and deep relaxation follows. There is no rush here, just an invitation to rest and repose. If you notice a longer sigh or a yawn, great, these are signs that your body has understood the message. Your vital energy flows more freely and sleep approaches like an old friend. You have done what was necessary. Now you can simply relax and surrender to the silence. This moment does not end the journey, it merely pauses until the next one. What has been planted will slowly grow. And with each night, your practice will become more natural, more profound. Over time, this ritual will become a daily gateway to your personal growth. Have you ever stopped to think about how small changes in your routine can transform your nights and, consequently, your life? By applying these practices of meditation, conscious breathing, and visualization, you are taking a real step towards releasing blockages and embracing deep inner healing. How about asking yourself, what do you really want to leave behind before going to sleep? What intention do you want to plant for tomorrow? Remember, this process is an invitation to continuous personal growth. Each ritual, each image, each breath is a gesture of self-love and self-care. And the best part? You can start right now, wherever you are, without needing expensive equipment or special spaces, just your intention. If you like this content and want to continue this journey of transformation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any tips for cultivating the inner peace and restorative sleep you deserve. After all, taking care of your mind is the first step to living with more lightness and vital energy. So how about starting today? Have you ever thought about what it would be like to have peaceful nights, where deep relaxation and mental reprogramming work in your favor? I'm here to guide you on that path. Let's go together.